Hey to all my patrons and the people who waited a year. I don't know why I'm doing such a Shatner-esque delivery, but this is the episode where it ends if I say a color, like magenta or puce. Let me get the thumbnail for that. Here we go. This is a perfect visual representation. I'm looking at the back of a pack of colored pencils, exasperated. Oh no. What am I going to do? How will I not say the name of any of these colors? Oh well. Welcome! I genuinely forgot I had to do this show this week, so that's what taking a month off does to the old podcast robot. So my programming has been severely disrupted. Anyway, I gotta crank this one out because I gotta go to a birthday party. To be completely honest, it would super rule if I was just like, anyway, purple, and then left. But I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm gonna make an honest effort today. Let me think of an opening line. What a palette. Palette cleanser. That could have been a good one. But oh well, it's improv. You can't go back. Whatever comes out of your face is true forever. Don't I know it? This is where the theme song goes. Just being quiet so I can tell where it goes. We're going to get into all this fun stuff. There's all kinds of fun stuff. There's all kinds of fun stuff. I can knock on this. That'll work. That'll work. Why am I giving it a full minute? So I can mentally subtract 2 minutes. Real smart, Billy. This is good podcast making. We can all agree. I forgot to grab a drink. Let's see how that goes. You're listening to Fix My Carcast, hosted by Bear Claw Billy, and this is episode 162. Comedian and musician Keith Hebert will join us after he's done playing with the swatches at Home Depot. But first, housekeeping. This is the show where you pick what I say and how I say it. Pick a topic or prompt by donating to the GoFundMe, and vote on the gimmick by joining my Patreon for just $1 a month. Join at the $5 or higher level and also get bonus episodes and behind-the-scenes footage. Links are in the description. Also down there, merch. Get yourself some merch. Hey, fun fact, Fix My Carcast t-shirts come in a wide array of colors. As do Bear Claw Billy t-shirts. As do the 500 other t-shirts I sell at my TeePublic. Please go check them out. They are obscure references to a YouTube series about Game of Thrones, a show I don't even enjoy. Let's move on. Buy some merch, though. No new donors this week. The total raised for paying off my car repair debt is still holding at $2,442. Also, when we get to $3,000, it unlocks an automatic show gimmick, which is I will record an episode at sea. And yes, I'm medically declared as seaworthy. The nightmare is over. Yeah, I forgot to put it in my script, but my foot is healed. I can do episodes other places now. So thanks for voting for another one where I'm in my room. Anyway, fun fact, did you know that this whole podcast disappears when we hit $10,000? Fade to black. Kind of. Hey, do you like the theme song? No. Well, if you make a donation of $50 or more, in addition to picking an episode topic, you get to change one thing about the theme song forever, unless somebody else changes it back. Want me to name as many shades of gray as I can? I'll do it. $50. Also, if you would like to own the painting I made in episode 118, I'll be giving it away to the next person who donates $100 or more. That's right, own a piece of Fix My Carcast history while you still can. If you'd like to see the painting before you buy it, it can be viewed in the raw video version of episode 118 over on Patreon. Link in the description. No new patrons this week. Bummer. Now it's time for a topic suggestion. I'll suggest topics I think I could easily talk about for a whole episode, though admittedly I think the show is more fun when it's something I'm completely clueless about. So, something I could talk about is the concept album I'm making by dropping one new single every 2 weeks. That's what I did with my month off. There's 3 out so far, and my voice is all over all of them. Want to know more? Donate today. Yeah, I'm making songs with words. I got stuff to say. Checking in on the best city in the world, based on which city listened to the last episode the most. And we've got us a tie between Sydney, New South Wales, and Paris. I'm not sure, but this could be our first international tie. Good job, good job, Sydney. Good job, Paris. Ties are broken by whichever city listened to the most episodes, and our big winner is Sydney, New South Wales. Congratulations, Sydney, New South Wales. Let it be known that your Musée Jacques-Martin-André, Musée d'Art Moderne, and Musée d'Orsay are the best in the world for 7 days. G'day, you art lovers. Last episode, I talked about Stadion Belgarska Armia after taking a month off. Whew! You can see video of all the raw footage, plus a lot extra, over on Patreon. Also, head over to Patreon for a bonus episode where I talk about Drac on the Track. That's right, Drac updates. Gotta call him Drac because he doesn't go by Dracula anymore. A lot of updates. Jump over to the bonus episodes. See what's going on. I only know slightly more than you do right now. My life's a little nuts. Anyway, let's talk next week's gimmick poll. These are your choices for next week's episode gimmick. They are: do it like a Christopher Nolan movie, translate the episode to German, then back to English, record it in a parking garage, and our returning gimmick, organize my purse. The returning gimmick's always the most exciting ones. Let's review. That's number 1. Do it like a Christopher Nolan movie. I will incorporate as many tropes of Christopher Nolan directed films as I possibly can. Bwam and such. Number 2. Translate the episode to German, then back to English. Oh, it's a fan favorite. We all remember the egg drinking episode. So, just like I recorded an episode, put it in Google Translate to Japanese, then translated that output back to English, then re-recorded the entire episode. I will do that again, but German. Number 3, recorded in a parking garage. I will, get this, recorded in a parking garage. And our returning gimmick number 4, organize my purse, which quite frankly I have to because I'm about to be going out in the world again. So we gotta have all our things nice and tidy in the old purse. Remember that any gimmick that gets just a single vote is eligible for a second chance in 6 weeks. Be sure to vote over on Patreon. The poll closes Thursday, March 13th at noon Eastern America time. All right, time for today's gimmick, which is end the episode if I say a color. If at any point I catch myself accidentally saying the name of any color, I will immediately sign off and the episode ends. Of course, gimmicks don't start until housekeeping is out of the way in case any of them prevent me from sharing vital information. But now, we are entering the gimmick zone. I have to be so careful now. From this point on, gimmicks are active and everything is improvised. There's no sponsored topic for today's episode, so I'll take inspiration from a randomized Wikipedia page, which is... And here's the scary part, because if it is a color or about a color or anything like that, I'm in trouble. Here we go! Looks like another sports stub. It's a sports stub. Moving on! I do not know what this is, but I love that this is the topic. Okay, today's episode is all about the Northern Vizcacha, which I hope I am pronouncing correctly, and I hope I can avoid... I've already spotted one of the thing I'm not allowed to say. But that's okay. I think we can get through this together. I'm going to be so embarrassed if I let a color slip like early on in the episode and I just don't personally catch it. I would love for this show to get fully funded so there could be like a bigger version with like staff and shit, and it's not just one crazy person with absolutely no money. Quite the opposite, negative in fact, just trying to make a good show for you. The more I talk and the faster I talk, the more scared I get that I'm going to slip up. But let's learn more about the northern Vizcacha. I've never heard the word Vizcacha before, but now I am, and I love it because it appears to be a little rodent. It is an animal. It is indeed a rodent. That's the order. If you want to go right through everything, the domain is Eukaryota. The kingdom is Animalia. The phylum is Chordata. Let's call the whole thing off. Class, Mammalia. Order, Rodentia. Family, Chinchillidae. Genus, Legidium, and species L. Peruanum. I'm not going to lie, when I first saw the word, I thought it was perineum. But I don't want to taint this episode with sexual humor. Okay, so the northern Vizcacha is a species of Vizcacha. Helpful. A rodent in the family Chinchillidae. It is known from Peru and Chile at elevations from 300 to 5,000 meters and may also be present in Bolivia. This is not related to anything, but my camera keeps changing the lighting conditions, so I've got to lock it. I forgot to lock it. Sorry, it's locked now, and I can move on. If you're watching the video version, you may have noticed that the lighting kept changing the whole time, but can't go back. Lighting is not a color. I am getting so scared. I'm just like, no! Every time I talk, I'm like, I'm going to say one. This is probably the section that I have to be the most scared because I did, in fact, see some of the things I'm not supposed to say! But I will avoid saying them because I'm very good at my job. So the northern Vizcacha, I love this thing. So first of all, like, just the picture, like, adorbs. I'm just going to describe it in my own words. Really long, wispy tail, almost like a brush. I don't know if you live in a region where there's snow, but if you've ever had to clean your car off, its tail looks almost exactly like a snow brush, and I think that's really fun. And then it's got these really tall ears. They're not quite the size of rabbit ears, but they're the shape. So yeah, it's kind of like this little ball of chinchilla. In this photo, it looks like it's on a rock or maybe a tree. It said that they're found at elevations of 5,000 meters, so I've got to imagine that, they're pretty good at scaling the slopes. So anyway, yeah, they got a bushy tail, which can be curled in a coil. Oh, folks, I think we're getting an official mascot for Fix My Carcast. I love the northern Vizcacha. Oh, I think the northern Vizcacha is the official animal of Fix My Carcast. That is so adorable. I really like this thing, and I hope there isn't a section called controversy. Okay, this entire section is things I can't say. The dorsal surface ranges from at lower altitudes to at higher elevations. The ventral undersurface is boing or and the tip of the tail is or the northern Vizcacha has been observed leaping over 6 feet and can swim when necessary. So if you have 3 people standing shoulder to shoulder, it can jump over them. Did everyone in the room get it? Okay, moving on. Distribution and habitat, which probably doesn't have any colors in it. Central and southern Peru and northern Chile, and may also be present in the area around Lake Titicaca. The best lake in the world when you're 5 and for the rest of your life. The northern Vizcacha is native to the area around Lake Titicaca. Absolutely, the northern Vizcacha is the official animal mascot of Fix My Carcast. For that alone, and also for being adorable, because what am I if not an adorable rodent that loves sex puns? I'm not from Peru, but I'd love to go. That's where Paddington's from, if documentaries are to be believed. So this little motherfucker makes its home in crevices and rocks. Ah! I love this thing! I will say, I know I complain about I wish people sponsored more topics on this show, but I do love when the random one is something that I'm like, Never heard of this. I've never used the word Viscacha in my entire life. Now it's all I'm going to use. Okay. I'm about to head to my niece's birthday party. Yes, my lovely niece who's appeared on this show twice. She's so adorable. Go check out her episodes. Yeah, we're heading to her birthday party because, we want to clear her for have my 4-year-old niece on the show. And I'm going to tell you, when I get there, I'm going to have to tell her all about the Viscacha. The Viscacha is amazing, and she's going to love it. She loves animals. She's different like that. Most kids can't stand animals. But my goodness, this is amazing. Okay, it makes its home in the crevices. Most populations occur between the tree line and the snow line. The distribution is patchy, with the animal being common in some localities. Okay, oh my gosh. Love you, Viscacha. Behavior. Oh, let's find out if this little thing's a brat. Herbivore, feeds on a variety of plant material. Okay, not as much like your host. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be a good person every day, but they just keep trying to kill me. I'm eating more vegetables now than I ever have, but I don't know if I'm going to take it to 100%. I did not say a color in there, did I? Shoot. By the way, no fucking pedantic fucking taskmaster shit about the fact that the phrase a color is off limits. None of that shit. Oh, technically you said a color because you said the phrase a color. Get out of here. I'm going to put you on the blank list if you keep saying that. All right. Breeding usually takes place during October and November. Also not dissimilar from your host. A litter usually consists of a single pup born after a gestation period around 140 days. Happy birthday to the Viscacha. The young is weaned when about 8 years old. It is preyed on by the Andean mountain cat. Oh no! That's Leopardus jacobitis, if you're nasty. The Colo-Colo, Leopardus Colo-Colo, and the Culpio. Folks, I'm learning about all kinds of things I didn't know about. The Culpio, by the way, that's the Lycolopex culpeus. Now, I've been speaking Latin just now. Hope none of those are colors in English. Should I check? Jacobitis, that can't be. Colo-Colo, though. I'm a little... What is a Colo-Colo? I don't know what that is. Just a type of cat. A pampas cat. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm realizing just now the reason I freaked out that some of these might be colors is because Colo-Colo literally looks like mostly the word color. If you put an R at the end, it's Colo-Color. Yeah, that's how the brain works. Even though my heart knows those words can't possibly be related or share an etymological origin, or maybe entomological. One's words, one bugs. Anyway, yeah, so I guess they got a lot of predators, which is why they're good at climbing on rocks. Thank you, God, for designing animals the way you did, because you are so intelligent and creative. It rarely ventures far from rocks, as these provide a means of escaping from both aerial and terrestrial predators. And I do mean, of course, predators from the air, not mermaids. The northern Viscacha rarely has more than 50 yards of open ground between its colony and water. Got it. So they just love them some water. Northern Viscachas are gregarious. What a choice. And communicate using warning whistles. Vicuna will search for threats upon hearing the northern Viscacha's whistle. The Bolivian big-eared mouse. I'm learning about so many wonderful creatures today. And if there's one thing I love, it's wonderful creatures. The Bolivian big-eared mouse will sun and feed alongside northern Viscachas on occasion. The Bolivian big-eared mouse. Okay, so yeah, I'm just reading a Wikipedia page to you, and we've come to the end. So now I get to take the training wheels off and just talk about whatever. Tailspin. We got very close. I was like, there's one paragraph left, just going to read that, and then I'm just going to freestyle, talk about whatever I want, but we have another problem here. Let me move on. The northern Viscacha is common within suitable habitat in its range, population size relatively stable. Hunted locally for food. Oh, interesting. Poor thing. No other significant threats have been identified, so the IUCN, not familiar with that is, lists the species as being of least concern in its boop list of threatened species. That's right. Unfortunately, the northern Vizcacha is on the boop list of threatened species, but it is categorized as least concern. Please don't take anything I'm saying seriously. I'm not an expert. I'm just some dumbass who is dying of capitalism and has access to Wikipedia. But I don't know what the IUCN is, so let's move right along. The International Union for Conservation of Nature. Again, it's so great to learn. What a lovely organization, unless I find out that horrible people do horrible shit with it, as is the way that humanity works. You learn about a thing, and then you wonder if it's terrible. Okay, so that's what they do, that's what they are. I want to learn more about least concern. Least concern species is a species that has been evaluated and categorized for the International Union for Conservation of Nature as not being a focus of wildlife conservation because the specific species is still plentiful in the wild. Okay. Least concern. So is that you're on the list, but you're the lowest concern on the list? Yeah, see, this look... Oh! I almost ended the episode. That was... It's going to be... Okay, I need to make a promise to you right now. When I go to listen to this episode back, if I hear any color that I missed, I will put a beep right there in the track. AKA, you may have heard it already, but there will be a beep if I say a color that I, whoopsie doodles, missed this first time around. I promise you. I want to tell you, though, I got very close because the way that these animal populations are categorized is by color. And I was looking at it, and I was like, oh... Huh. So it looks like if you're on the list, but your name of color, it seems like you're not endangered at all, or maybe you're just the least concerned of everything in that group. I don't know, but I want to tell you, of all the colors that I got dangerously close to saying, how do I say it without saying a color? It's the most Hulk one. Okay, cool. So the categories had the abbreviation LC. It's so funny that, like, it is fascinating to me, like, how we categorize data. Okay, I have my answer. While least concern is not considered a listed category by the IUCN, the 2006 IUCN list still assigns the category to 15,636 taxa. You ever just get so into words? Just like taxa. That's the plural, I'm guessing. Of what, though? Taxon? Taxa? Taxon? Taxa? Okay, I gotta know more. You know, sometimes I don't go down the links. Sometimes I don't go down the rabbit hole. Taxa, plural of taxon. Hey, good for me. I figured that shit out. All right, I'm gonna be so embarrassed if there's been a beep up to this point. An actual beep. A beep that I physically added and not me going boop. Okay, so yeah, there are 101 animal subspecies listed. Subspecies? Okay, well, what about the dom species? I don't know. All right, we're at the end. The article includes pictures of Vizcachas, of course, the official animal mascot of Fix My Carcast. I hope I haven't given that distinction to anything else. I don't think I have. Do we have an animal mascot? Oh, this show's been around for so long. Now I'm racking my brains just like, come on, there's got to be something in there. I don't know. Anyway, I love that this little critter blending in with its surroundings perfectly. Like, I can't tell where the rock stops and the Vizcacha starts. So I guess, you know, good. I did not even notice a second Vizcacha in the picture. Now I'm like, oh man. Also, I feel like I was talking about the coloration of the rocks. I hope I didn't screw up there. But the tape will tell. So yeah, 2 Vizcachas hanging out in Huarochirí, Lima, Peru. And then, yeah! yeah, they just blend in so well. I think this one's doing a little jump, a little blurry. Maybe they're hard to get photos of. This one was taken near Chicla City, the road to Neveria Lagoon in Lima, Peru. Taken by Josu Hermosa, own work. That's fun. Thank you, Josu Hermosa, for photographing Vizcachas for us. And now they're the official animal mascot of Fix My Car Cast. The top photograph came from Alex Lee from Miami, Florida, in the United States of America. A country it is a good idea to get out of or avoid. That's going to be the theme every week, folks. Sorry. Anyway, I have learned so much about Vizcachas, and now I've made it all the way to the end of the article, and as far as I can tell, I've made it all the way to the end of the episode without saying a color. As far as I know, I will check the tape again, but tape. That is how you know I'm old. When I talk about recordings, I say tape, even though what is recorded on tape anymore? Probably nothing. Anyway, yeah, that's the Northern Vizcacha, just an all-around adorable badass that is now the animal mascot of Fix My Car Cast, Chinchillidae. Chinchillidae. You know what? I'm just going to click through on Chinchillidae because I want to make sure I know exactly what a chinchilla is. This is interesting. So the Vizcacha is not a chinchilla, but it's in the family Chinchilla. That's cool. Yeah, I'm always fascinated by, like, you know, all rectangles or all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. I love stuff like that. So the Vizcacha is not a chinchilla, but it is in the chinchilla family. This is interesting. It consists of the chinchillas, the Vizcachas, and their fossil relatives. So we're talking extinct animals that we only have fossil evidence of. Well, this is just fascinating. Thank you, the humble Vizcacha. Thank you for gracing my life today. And I'm so glad to be alive to learn more about the Vizcacha. I will always be grateful to be alive to learn about the Vizcacha or anything else out there that might be worth learning about. So you take great joy in the fact that you can get out there and learn things every single day, even about the Vizcacha or something completely different. Doesn't that sound nice? Get out there and put an extra wrinkle in your gray matter. Whoops! As always, color me bad. Ow! That's fun. I genuinely hope I didn't fuck up. A little bit on the short side, but that's how it goes with the random Wikipedia topics. I had fun. I don't think I fucked up, but I will obviously have to listen to the recording, and we'll see how I did. I'm glad we got one that had some colors in it. I was like, the worst case scenario will be a topic with absolutely no colors. Got real close, slipped up quite a bit. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's go to the videotape.